This
CPI and
conference will now
PO.
be recorded.
And till now, I have been working from SAP PO and SAP CPI uh, from last 8 years, and it's good. It's good to hear that Venu is experienced on ABAP and also Vijay is experienced on PO. So the audience which we have, and waiting for Sanjay to confirm on that. But yeah, till now, as per the audience we have, so it is good that everyone is having a good experience in SAP, and as Vijay is having a good experience in PO, so CPI is a good platform to learn, and it is in like advancement of what PO we have, and Venu is learning in a cross skill. So yes, we have a good audience now, and so Naveen, shall I start or have to wait for
Yeah,
Sanjay?
yes, we can go ahead. We can go ahead. Meanwhile, I'll check, okay,
Okay.
because already 10-15 minutes has gone, right? Okay, you can
Yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah. Fine. Uh, so l- uh, before getting into the actual content or what we are going to have in the demo, I just want to know the expectation from Vijay and Venu. So how what is your expectation? And also want to ask Vijay that whether you had any experience in CPI. So in CPI, do you have any experience? Have you worked on any flows? So how it
No,
is?
nothing. No, Jahnavi. But in my project, just we have some sessions like under CPI or BTP integration suite. We have just like there is no hands-on in it, but some sessions will be there, but that's not fluently.
Hmm.
And
Okay, okay,
yeah, that's it.
okay. So Venu, as per your experience, you have not looked into. Have you been into CPI? Like, have you? Do you know like what is CPI? What is cloud?
No, I know very basic things like CPA is kind of a tool or a technology which used for integration. That's it. I have little knowledge on OData, not
Hmm.
much.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, then I think I do have an access to share my screen. Yeah. So let me share my screen and start the demo. You can look into my screen, right?
Yeah.
Can
You're able to see the enlarged screen also.
Yeah,
You
it's
can see the
okay.
enlarged screen, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are all the topics which we're going to cover in our training content. So before walking you through what we're going to cover, I just wanted to make you understand what exactly is cloud. So we have like in CPI, before CPI we had a system called PI. So before the existence of CPI, PI, in PI it is a complete on-premise system where uh, the whole servers, the databases, everything is accumulated in our own system. So whatever we're going to access, we have to access by our own system with the service installed in our own system, and have to use it as a on-premise system. That is the exact meaning of on-premise, where the servers, everything are installed in our own local system. So in starting of that, after more years, we had got introduced from SAP as CPI, and CPI is a complete cloud based integration. Currently we are calling it as CI, actually, cloud integration. Previously people used to call it as HCI, and the middle version was CPI. So every 1.5 months, or basically by 2 months, the cloud systems whatever we use gets updated every 1.5 months or 2 months. It is not a basic time gap, but SAP updates the cloud very frequently. So it is not like PI. If the system is there, we have, then it used to have the versions like 7.5, 4.5, etc. So similarly, CPI, currently we have the updations where the functionalities, the security details, etc. gets updated. So main thing here is like why integration, uh, what is integration, and why we are working with integration, why we require integration is we have different domains, like ERP domain we have, HR domains we have, finance domains we have. So all these have to integrate or have to combine and designed to be produced as a product at last. So how the customer has to uh, seamlessly operate the systems, uh, for that the cloud integration comes into the picture. Not only cloud integration, but also PI integration comes into the picture. So we have many, like, current to match up with the current domain, and to match up with the current competencies all around. We have been introduced with this cloud as a main platform, where we have um, many informations all around, uh, based upon the uh, based upon the information, like previously it was just a single laptop, then eventually it got evolved, and now we can go with everything. We can go anything and everything with uh, just click and go wise. So in that way of the competition world which we have, to have that seamless customer experiences, we SAP has introduced the cloud, where it works as a platform as a service. Platform as a service here is nothing but everything is kept in a domain, in a cloud way, in a cloud domain, which is easily accessible with just as a username and a password. And the functionalities of the integration involves within the system. So what are the functionalities which are involved, and how uh, we going to work, and what all is a complete thing which integration helps us to do. So do you have any questions? I just want to make this domain more interactive, Then so if you have any questions on what I am speaking, you can directly ask, you can stop me and directly ask. So until then, until now, I think Vijay as already have aware of PI on-premise system, cloud system. He's aware of, so I don't think much queries will be on Vijay's side. But yeah, Venu, do you have any uh, queries as of now? Hello, I was audible, right, all this time?
Yes, Jahnavi.
Y-
Okay,
Yes,
I
yes,
think
we can hear
Venu,
you.
Venu's still okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So as you all know, for to give a uh, to give a different experience to the business, the flow which CPI or PI follows is that the business user comes up with a requirement, and in the applications or the uh, channels which we have in CPI is like A to A, application to application, business to business integration we have. We also have this IoT and device integrations, digital process with different APIs like REST API, OData API, iDocs. All these integrations we can perform with these kind of APIs, and it is like real time. So in the advanced versions of CPI, there is like if you change anything or if you perform a real time integrations is like if you perform anything, any operation in the user side, this within the fraction of seconds it gets updated within the third party systems or within the user itself. So if some for example I would take like if some uh, resource got hired, and that hired date has to be updated, and the same person is getting retired or getting coming out of the organization, that information is getting updated in some user by some user. So that user's information gets fractionally updated within the systems, either it can be third party system or within the user system or any other tools. So this is not like one way it is does, but from source to the targets. Source is nothing but the users, and targets are nothing but where the information has to be updated or has to be received. So for that, the cloud integration mainly acts as a channel, uh, and and it helps to integrate the systems with the user's operations in a seamless manner. And to help that seamless thing, the main tools which come into the picture are uh, the APIs, the applications inside the CPI, the workflows which we create, the the security measures which a CPI provides. So all these things come into the picture. So basically, if it has to be understood or make everyone understand, then exactly what is cloud based is it is hosted on a infrastructure way, uh, such infrastructure cloud party systems, such as if SAP Cloud or AWS or Microsoft Azure are the infrastructures which are mostly for commonly found in this uh, cloud. I mean, if you say cloud, the most common terminologies which we come to hear is like Amazon Web Service or Microsoft Azure or SAP Cloud. So even the SAP systems, whatever we have in cloud, we choose we choose them in such a way that uh, the nearest hubs, whatever are installed in the infrastructure cloud, those we accumulate and we create our cloud users in CPI. So a few of the examples also we have in cloud-based SAP systems. We have HANA Cloud, S4 SAP HANA Cloud, and we have success factors for HR management or for uh, success factors you all might have aware of. So which helps us to keep the information, everything related to a employee or a person, from his hiring date to the retiring date. And also we have SAP Ariba, uh, we have SAP Concur for the expenses or the travel related details. Ariba we have for the procurement. And currently CPI, it is utilized to have it. I mean, CPI, similarly for like SAP success factors, everything, CPI itself includes in SAP integration suite. So this SAP integration suite helps us to sorry, I actually I'm talking, maybe you may feel I'm talking with irrespective of the slides mentioned here, but it's none, it's like all way around it is the same. So just I'm requesting you to listen to me what I'm speaking. If any doubts, you can just interrupt me. Okay. So the integration suite itself is included. So CPI itself is included in the integration suite. Uh, Integration suite means it is not only CPI. It has many other structures involved in it. CPI is the part of the integrations. We manage APIs. So to create APIs, to publish APIs, we have API management in it. So to perform the real time without any fractions of seconds, we have advanced event mesh in integration suite. We have transport management. So there are many things which are involved, and our main focus, as we're going to learn, is the CPI, which helps in a seamless integration. So, uh, CPI, why CPI people generally, or the clients would generally prefer to work on CPI or have to uh, wanted to build their systems utilizing CPI is it is cloud based, first thing, and second thing is it is uh, low in cost. No need to like in irrespective of the local systems we purchase for few tools, it is no need to purchase or maintain the hardwares or database etc details. Only thing which we have to purchase is the tenant. So to utilize CPI and to integrate, we have to we have to purchase the tenants. So I will be explaining you in detail in the further sessions which we have, what is tenant, etc., etc. So the main features which we have, why clients or why people wants to utilize CPI more, is like it is low upfront cost which we have. And like as I have mentioned earlier, we'll be having automatic updates. um, so if the updation happens, it takes care of those updates immediately, and also informs in the pop-up sessions of CPI. and uh, it also is easily accessible. Only thing which we have to do is that user has to have his own account. A simple mail id has to be there to create it, to access it. So it can be used anywhere in the systems, no need of hardware, it can be used anywhere. No need of hardware installments, it can be used anywhere. So 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 these are the few things which which users want to utilize the CPI in their system. And so as far as this slide is concerned, give me a minute. So this slide, it is mostly related to the applications which we have in CPI, and what all applications, third party systems which we integrate, and the APIs including in it. So the cloud applications which we have, I have mentioned earlier, like SuccessFactor, Ariba, all these cloud integrations, which also helps us, also can be integrated using CPI. And third party systems, these are the just examples which I am giving. Third party systems which we generally integrate are Salesforce, Workday, Amazon Web Service, Price Effects, all these things we utilize. And the APIs which we generally use to integrate are OData, IDOC, uh, and uh, uh, OData comes into the picture. Did anyone pinged? Okay. Okay, so the APIs which we utilize are OData, HTTP, REST, SFTP, IDOCs. So here they have given it as a business partner. We have multiple business partner APIs. We have all those APIs can be integrated into third party systems. So here, when it comes to cloud, the main thing which comes the other picture which comes into the other thing which comes into the picture is cloud connector. So here, if we have to integrate anything uh, in between cloud and cloud, no big no big connectivity part we have. But if we have to integrate some on-premise system or some hardware system, then the picture comes for this cloud connector. So it plays a crucial role in securing the on-premise applications with the cloud. So SAP itself has provided this feature where the third-party systems, if it is an on-premise, then to connect with that securely, cloud connector comes into the picture. So this cloud connector is mainly utilized for authentication purpose, where it has many protocols like TCP, SAML, uh, authentications which we perform. And it is like it is the to access cloud connector, no, everyone cannot access it. It is based upon the roles. If a user if a user has the role to access the cloud connector, then only a person can access the cloud connector. So in short, to integrate any on-premise system with cloud, the main point here is it integrates with via cloud connector. It's not directly like cloud to cloud, but to have a secured connectivity between on-premise, we utilize this cloud connectors. So these all things I have already mentioned. SAP cloud platform integration, it has on-premise apps can be connected, cloud apps can be connected, business partners through mobile apps can be connected, social networks like Facebook also can be connected. We have a direct connectivity part for Facebook. We can connect Gmails. So all this social networking paths and other authorities we can connect it to, uh, we can connect and integrate with CPI. So this cloud platform here ensures that it has a multi-level security. Pre-packaged integration flows are there, community and marketplace. So what these terminologies here means, multi-level security in the sense, as I have mentioned, that whenever we are going to connect with an on-premise system, we connect with a cloud connector. We have a authentication party called multi-level security party called cloud connector, and all these systems are gets connected with this cloud application from SAP. And community and pre-packaged iflows here, integration flows here are, so to connect to different systems like Ariba, C4C, success factors, SAP has already provided few uh, custom flows which SAP provides us. So there is no need to build it from the scratch. So build in here is what we're going to build, how we're going to build, we're going to discuss it further. But to connect from one system to another system, we have few functionalities provided by SAP through which we build an iFlow. But SAP also has a advanced feature here where instead of we building it from the scratch, they provided us a custom flows where uh, it integrates after configuring the source system to the target system. Only thing which we have to do is integration. Only thing which we have to do is configuration. Sorry. So this is what, and third party systems, it can be accessible by, it can be integrated with any of the third party systems. If it is cloud or on premise or any third party system which has a detail, it can be either installed in a database. The third party system can be installed in a database or can be installed in a website, or anything, it can seamlessly integrate. So I have discussed already this, what is on-premise system and what is cloud platform integration. So if it has to be go into depth and if we have want to understand, uh, on-premise system is here, where with respect to CPI and with respect to PIPO, the on-premise system comes as PO, process orchestration we call. PI is nothing but process integration. So it, this is like a traditional structure, uh, as mentioned, where softwares, database, servers, all are installed and maintained by the own SAP own data center. Own SAP's data center is it maintains, or it maintains with the own organization. For example, in your organizations, PO, it has to be maintained by its own data centers. So these gets hosted in our organization premises, in our local systems, in our laptops, and our dedicated IT team or our dedicated basis team, we can call basis team, I think everyone is aware of, they maintain it maintain their security versions, upgrades, everything are maintained physically by a person, physically by a team, either IT team or basis team. So all these process orchestrations and this different cloud applications are maintained by them. It is not only like if we're talking related to CPI, then the on-premise system is PO. And if we're talking complete whole on-premise systems of SAP, we start with ECC system. It is a ECC is nothing but an ERP central component, which now it is like S4 HANA, the advanced version, which is on-premise, which is also available as on-premise and as cloud. And related to CPI, it is process orchestration. Uh, so so this on-premise, when it is compared to CPI, it is like a traditional version legacy system. So also in the current scenarios, the on-premise systems are uh, so as per the current news or as per the current information provided by SAP, this process orchestration not going to support. SAP is not going to support the process orchestration from the month of from the next year or next year. It is being extended, that it will not be supporting process orchestration things. So generally people are now moving towards the cloud integration because of the benefits, because of the uh, current scenario to match up the user's requirement, and because of the seamless behavior of that because of the seamless behavior of the integration platform. Okay. Uh, so so the characteristics are the main thing which every user or everyone is more attracted towards cloud integration. The characteristics, as I have informed, it is more scalable, it is more accessible to users. It is having a beautiful feature of getting automatic updated, and compared to the other hardware systems or the on-premise systems, it is inbuilt or deployed in a cloud, and because of that, which it has a low upfront cost. So this is also making sense to SAP that now it's high time we have to move to cloud integration. And people now, there are many, because of this movement or this the news of not supporting process orchestration in the coming years, the because of which there is another uh, work or another thing called migration, where people are moving the systems from process orchestration to CPI. So the flows or the legacy systems which we built in process orchestration have been now been moved to CPI. So CPI also working the best to get the migration done in a easy manner, like in a plug in and plug out manner. It is trying to update its working. It's trying to update the complete scenario to migrate it in a plug-in plug-out manner. But yeah, now it is not yet completely developed by SAP in CPI. Slowly they are getting the things and making it work. So what is migration and what it is, I'll be discussing it in further classes. And so here we have the systems, as I have already discussed, the success factor which we utilize for the HR systems, where every detail of an employee is maintained in this. And uh, the SAP HANA cloud, the next version of the SAP HANA, where it is maintained in a cloud system. SAP Ariba and SAP ERP integrations. So it is like procurement companies use this Ariba for procurement, And a CPI enables for the automate, so procurement in the sense to purchase orders, invoices, real time order tracking, all these things comes into the picture. So to enable them integrate is in a faster manner, in a real time manner, CPI helps. And as so identity authentication manner is like user who is authenticated in a third party system, or if a user is authenticated in a uh, if a user wants to be authenticated into a cloud integration, then there are different types of authorization policies which CPI follows. So the few of them are basic authentications, like whatever we have in our S4 systems or in PI systems, the basic thing by using username or password. But in real time scenarios, the user authentications are very less. The most thing which we follow is either OAuth authentication or utilizing the certificate based authentication. So that helps in handshaking process done very efficiently and helps to authenticate between the systems without causing any issue of authorization. As also mentioned that cloud connector plays a major role in connecting between cloud and on-premise system. Uh, so these are this SAP solution manager mostly might have aware to track the details uh, of the work which we do, or the during the testing phases the defects which we raised, that also can be integrated with CPI. So how it gets integrated, this solution manager, I can give you an example here. So this is an on-premise system. It gets connected first with Cloud Connector, and then whatever the defects are being raised or the incidents are being created in Solution Manager, that gets connected via Cloud Connector to CPI. And those defects, if it has to go to the user, or those incidents which are being created have to reach it to any other third party system, then CPI, we perform few operations, connect to the third party system and send it once it gets created. So in this manner it helps in the real time integration, uh, in a real time integration. So here the Solman is not a third party system, but yes, it also can be connected within the systems. So if we have to connect with success factors with CPI, then we can do it. So within SAP systems also we can connect, within the without the out of the SAP scope also we can connect. So like as I have mentioned earlier, if some like PO, the support what SAP going to give uh, is going to be extended uh, in coming years. But for CPI, if we have any issues, or if we have, so generally, if some feature or the new update gets at that point of time, to make that, to understand that update, or if there are any flaws in those updates, and which is also after the updates in some in few go lives, what we generally face is, if the updates, few updates get into CPI, and suddenly those adapters or the systems which we try to connect get stopped. In that time, we need a crucial support from SAP, which can be easily uh, helpful from CPI. So SAP helps us in supporting those issues in CPI very seamlessly. Um, so here uh, in cloud integration, uh, we also have this automations set it up. For example, if you are having any uh, discrepancies, like if you are if you want to uh, make an interface where an order gets created, or invoice gets generated, and those invoice has to be updated in those uh, third party systems. So for that, once an invoice gets generated, it comes via S4, via, like the example which I'm telling is uh, S4, it gets connected to so CPI. So the steps which are followed here is the S4, the invoice is getting generated in S4 and has to be updated in the database tables of third party. So for that, the complete automation part which we do here is uh, we utilize one of the integration suite system. We utilize one of the integration suite feature called AEM, where S4 gets connected with AEM, and those triggers or those invoice, as soon as they get generated, it sends the data to CPI, and CPI picks all those invoices and send it directly to third party system. It is not as simple as what I am telling. There are many configurations involved, many steps involved, many manipulations or many adjustments involved in CPI, and then it passes to the third party system. So all these things uh, so all these things are now getting connected in a fraction of seconds. So everything happens in a fraction of seconds. So as I have informed previously, like connecting uh, like orders, now in order to understand the success factor and its detail and its integrations, so when a employee detail has to be maintained in any system, there are different aspects. So in S4, we are so in S4 the data is maintained in a different formats, where like cost center, bank master data, currency data, employee data, and um, payroll information. All these informations are maintained in S4 system. So in order to send that to success factors, we utilize CPI in between. So the employee, it is not like one single thing. The bank datas are there. The if a person is traveling, for that the systems involved here is like in success factors, we inbuilt the Concur system. And for the cost center details, we utilize the payrolls, and for the personal information, if we have to get from S4. So all these things are different. So for individual aspect of HR, we have we individually connect with success factors from S4. So the success factor integration here is mostly the inbuilt as I've previously mentioned, we have the the pre-built packages to connect with success factors. All the employee information, employees master data has to be transferred. Then mostly we utilize the uh, 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 we utilize the pre-packaged flows which we have, and to connect the different objects, the functional objects or the cost center data. For all this, we have, if there is any specification, special specification mentioned by the success factor team, or for the from the S4, then we build it as a custom we build it in a custom way. Uh, that is somewhat brief about success factors. So here it is mostly telling about what is success factors and how it is, how it works. But as a CPI consultant, or as we are focusing more on learning CPI, I would say that how well we integrate, how accurately we integrate between the source system and the target system is more important. Uh, so again, it is being said that Concur we can utilize SAP ERP systems come, and for travel expenses etc. we utilize. So to maintain and employ data, few from SAP end we have success factors, S4 HANA or ERP system, and Concur. All these systems play a major role to maintain and employ data in SAP. Ariba, as I have said, the procurement automate, so it helps in automated purchase orders, invoice processing, real time order tracking. All this helps in Ariba integrations. So these are what the main things which we have, like the characteristics which we discussed it today, and what is cloud connector, how we connect the on-premise system to the uh, on-premise system to the cloud system, and further the third-party systems. So as in further classes what we're going to discuss is like what is integration. Like we had almost discussed what is integration in today's session. What is middleware, like how middleware comes into the picture, like source system I was saying, target system I was saying, to process or to manipulate as per the wish of target system or as per the wish of source system. What is middleware acts as, what is CPI, and what is CPI certification, SAP cloud strategies. CPI certifications are like previously it was like 3 years back. CPI certification is nothing but both combination of PIPO and little bit of CPI's queries or CPI's questions they used to ask. But now it is complete CPI. We have different versions coming in every year, and that is a business strategy which SAP follows to procure more money into their pockets, because of which CPIs now it is like every year new version comes. And to get your certifications updated, it is not like getting updated automatically, but every year you have to update it by spending your own money. So that's how the certifications are now, and now it is completely based upon CPI and its topics. Complete integration suite based questions also they are asking. And we'll discuss about the architecture, what are the main things which are involved in CPI. Like I have not touched the main architecture today, where how much nodes, like what all to process in an ease manner, how the system is going to handle the load, what are the nodes which they have, how much time it takes, all everything gets covered in this architecture. And we'll have a walkthrough on what how CPI looks, and what are the data centers which where the CPI is deployed, and how securely we're going to connect. So it is going to be very interesting once we work on in looking into the system. So what these hardware systems are like, there are like legacy systems which looks very traditional, but cloud is nothing like we can plug and play with it. We can work around it. It will be like more having a good feel of working when we work with CPI. And uh, so as I was saying that we have a pre-packaged content, what are they? So if we have to modify pre-packaged content, how it would be? And we'll start with the hello world scenarios and also the OData scenarios. Sorry. Uh, so to work with CPI, we require few hardware systems. We do have cloud tools like CPI Web Tool, Cloud Connector. We do have, and once we jump into this complete CPI, so to send it from source to target, I was saying that we have to manipulate few things. So in order to manipulate the palette objects, help us in a so these are the main things. Palette objects is the main thing which CPI helps us to explain, or as to understand, or to change the data, or to get into the required data of target systems. So we have adapters. Adapters, few included in the adapters are nothing but APIs like IDOC, HTTP, OData, FTP, etc. And few are like the functionalities which helps us in developing the system to connect through different systems. So yeah, I'll be making you understand in future. So palette functions, adapters, the cloud operations, the security level are the main things which helps us to integrate to any system. The father of the CPI is the palette objects and the integration adapters. If we don't have them, we cannot work anything. We cannot connect. So these are the inbuilt systems, inbuilt things which are provided by SAP, through which we utilize them and configure and understand what exactly they are. So we'll understand more things like data format. It is not like the user is sending in some text, or it is not like only one format they require. There are many requirements which comes from the user. So how to handle them, how to handle according to CPI, everything will be working on. And once we complete the CPI end-to-end configurations, or building the iflows, we call it as iflows because it goes with from one step to another step. So it is kind of a flow. So once we complete the flow, in order to test it, we require a thing called monitor, where complete design, where the complete picture of what you have built, what data you are getting, how the data is being passed, what all extra information, not related to data, but whether it has reached the third party system or not. So to observe whether the iflow which you have built is working properly or not, helps us under the section called monitor. And we'll be looking into a real-time scenarios from different connectivity parts, from S4 to success factors to Ariba, or any third party systems, or we'll be creating our own SFTP files, file to file communications we'll be doing. And yeah, so this is what, somewhat brief. And uh, so I would say that the number of days we're going to spend are like, most of them are interactive. Only the few sessions where what is CPI, what is integration will be of slide based, but remaining most of the sessions are completely hands on. So until and unless you make your hands dirty, you're not going to get what is CPI is, or you're not going to understand the father of CPIs, that is palette functions or adapters. So you have to work into them, deep dive into them, get any number of errors, then you understand what exactly is happening with these objects. So yes, this is what it is. If you, Venu, Vijay, Sanjay, if you have any questions, you can ask. Or if you have want to discuss anything further, you can ask. We uh, with the based upon the scenarios, will we can also, I'll be giving you like, for example, if I made you understand that day soap adapter, so I'll be asking you on the queries, or we'll be giving you some small tasks which has to be done. And if you do it on your own, if I make you understand, that is good. But if you understand what it is, and if you make your own brain work at that time with those small assignments kind of thing, then that helps in a good, that can help in a uh, good manner, like you can understand it, you can keep that in your mind. Yeah, Sanjay, you raised your hand. Do you have any query? I think your audio issue is still there. You can type your question in the chat box. Maybe I can try to answer that. Vijay Venu, so do you have any queries? I think all the people's audios are not working, Naveen.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we'll
think we
sort
have to
it
fix
that
this
way.
first. Yeah.
No way, we can't hear you actually. Vijay, anything from your end? Vijay, Sanjay? Yes, Sanjay, you can type in the chat, Sanjay.
Yeah. Yes, Sanjay. Yes, please.
Janvi, Sanjay is asking like total how many hours and like yeah. When would be starting? I'll update you, Sanjay. Okay.
API management, you mean, Sanjay? I think API management is not under the curriculum we have, but yes, what are providers? What basic scenario? Yes, one day I can take it. One class I can accompany in it. It is like a basic scenario which we have. Yeah, we can look into that. So, what is the background of your Sanjay? What is your background? Soap and Postman, yes, of course. From the day one, we're going to utilize Soap and Postman.
Yeah, hi Jahnavi. Is I'm audible?
Vijay, you were speaking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Currently, we
Yeah.
have connections like A to A, B to B, and B to G. What is this B to G in the sense?
Sorry, your voice
B
is
to
breaking.
G in the sense.
B2B.
B to G. G is you mentioned B to G, right? In the slide, you mentioned B to G, A to A, B
No,
to B, and
actually
B
it
to
is
G.
B2B, business to business
Okay.
integration.
Yeah, in the slide, it's showing like A to A, B to B, and B to G. I am not aware of what is the B to G and all. That's my question.
Okay, okay. So it is A to A,
Which yeah, A to A
B2B,
is
and
application to application, business to business, and
yes.
we have
Your
one more
voice
is
is
B
very
to G, right?
feeble. Actually, I'm not able to hear. I could understand that you are talking about application to application and business to business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned in the slide B to G as well. Is any specific confirmation communication? Is I'm audible?
Yeah, yes, B2G was there in the slide. I'm just checking the slide. I'm not
Yeah,
actually
I think it's
B2.
the fourth or fifth slide. It is there, right? Like where we discuss the characteristics and all something in the fourth or fifth slide, maybe.
As per as your question, uh, B2Z, I
Yeah,
don't know what is B2Z. I've never heard till now. We have A to A,
yeah.
B2B, and
I'm also
B2C.
didn't. Yeah, B to
Hmm.
C.
Yeah,
What
B2C,
is B to
business
C?
to consumer, which is again
Okay,
comes under
okay.
this business to business only. But they have
But
these
when I'm looking
categories
in the
called B.
slide, when- okay, okay. When I'm
Okay,
looking
okay,
in the
fine.
slide, it's looking like B to G.
Okay, fine.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, here
looking
the
into the
in the
slide.
slide. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't find anywhere B2C. In the fourth
Yeah, we
slide, it
have
is
right in
only
the
A to
slide
A
like
and
the
B2B.
Okay, okay, okay. In the slide like
Yeah. So
key use
yeah,
cases
it
and
is not like
characteristics.
in. Sorry.
In the slide which you shown me right in key use cases and characteristics.
Give me a minute. I'm sharing my screen so that you can.
Okay,
This slide you're talking about, right?
go for next slide. Next. Yeah, next one. This is the slide. Here in second point you are mentioning A to A, B to B. Previous one. Previous one. Yeah, yeah, in the same side. Yeah.
Yeah, A to A,
Next
B2B.
one. Next one. Yeah, here in here we have right key use cases and characteristics A to A, B to B, and B to G.
Okay, I'm
In the
not aware of
left,
B2G.
yeah, yeah,
This is B2G or master data synchronization I'm aware of, but B2G, as per my understanding, it is based upon the uh, uh, based upon the integrations which happens in the sensitive information like government, business to government, if I'm not wrong. But
okay,
yeah, if it is business to government, uh, what what it is like, if it is business to government, if I'll get back again B2G, if it is not business to government, I'll get back. But yes, if it is
yeah, okay,
business to
okay,
government, then most of the governments are like adopting this business digital transformations, right? So to improve
okay,
this tax compliance and uh, the transparencies which we have, that to maintain those transparencies in a secure manner, the B2G integrations are also done. But these are very less in scope, like this
yeah, sure.
e-invoicing and tax reporting uh, are done in this
Yeah, I think
B2Bs and A2As
my
also.
question is whether in PI and all we have aware with A to A and B to B, and B to G is a new one I think in CPI or something. That's why I'm asking the question particularly.
No, in PI also you have this B2G.
B to G, okay, okay,
It is
that's fine.
nothing
Okay,
but
okay,
invoicing. Uh, and the so it is invoicing and everything is done in PI also, but it
Okay.
is like this common government e-invoicings which we have, right? Government invoicing or the sensitive data related to the government, that is
Okay. Okay.
supported by CPI. For
Okay. Okay.
example, this in India we have the GST network, right?
Yeah.
Those networks are being supported by CPI, and also the in Australia we have some PEPOL or something. Those are also supported by uh, the invoicings of CPI.
Okay.
So this tax reporting, invoicing, everything which we have in PI, as well as it is not like support, it is like the data which we get. So here the B2Bs, A2As are nothing, and B2Gs are related to the government sensitive information, which
Yeah.
also being supported by CPI.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're aware of this A2A, A2A and
Yeah. Like just I aware of about A2A and B2B. Yeah. But I project wise,
A2A is nothing but the internal applications
yeah.
which are
Yeah. Yeah.
within the
Yeah.
organizations, and the
Mm. B2B.
businesses are like between two systems, two
Okay. Yeah.
business
Correct.
systems.
Yeah.
So if
Yes,
I have to,
I'm aware.
hmm. So in CPI, mostly we try to do for this business flows, we utilize a functionality called EDI. So to convert this, for example, if we take this Ariba purchase order, if we take from SAP ERP into an EDI format. So for that, this B2B integration flows, which is having a complete separate feature in integration suite. So to get into the EDI format in PI, we do it manually, but in CPI, we have a different feature called B2B integrations, where the EDI format generates with the custom with the pack with the uh, 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 custom things which are already given by SAP. So this EDI comes into the B2B integrations. AS2 authentication also come into the B2B integrations. So this A2A, when it comes into A2A, it is nothing but if we can make it understand with the success factors. So when a new employee is hired, success factors knows it, and CPI automatically sends data to the S4 HANA to create this employee record in the finance and payroll systems. So like this is within the systems, which is happening between application to application. But business to business is like data exchange uh, is done between two systems in certain formats or in certain configurations.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more queries? Naveen, do you need to say anything else? I think I will consider this as no from Vijay and
Yeah, yeah.
Sanjay, who has already left.
Yes,
So yeah.
yes. Yeah, yeah. Any more queries, Vijay and Sanjay?
Nothing from my
Sanjay
side.
said already said no. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
inviting
much,
me.
all, for attending this.
Thank you.
Hope we'll be looking further in further sessions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Yeah.